There is a gap between the trader you are right now and the trader you want to be. You know exactly what you should do. Place your stop loss before entering a trade. Keep a consistent journal. Manage your risk. Read books by trading legends. Spend time actually analyzing charts instead of scrolling Twitter looking for the next hot signal. Maybe you look at your life and think, I am smart. I can read complex financial reports. I can analyze hundreds of candlesticks. Why do I fail at this? Why can I not control my own finger when it reaches for the buy button? Here is the truth. The belief that you are too smart to fail is exactly what prevents you from controlling your basic instincts. High intellect hides poor emotional control. Your ability to read a chart means absolutely nothing to your nervous system when real money is on the line. You probably believe that to succeed, you must become a completely different person, someone who feels no emotion, a cold, patient robot. But trying to fake a new personality makes you a worse trader. Faking who you are drains your mental willpower faster than analyzing the market. Let me know in the comments, what is the one perfect trader trait you have been trying to fake, and how much money has faking it actually cost you? Maybe you tried your hardest to be that perfect trader, and it actually worked for a little while. You built a winning streak. Then, one unexpected red candle drops. Suddenly, you freeze. You hold the losing trade. You double your lot size to win your money back. You close good trades early out of fear. In the end, your account shrinks again. You feel like a total failure. This happens because a streak of winning trades is mathematically the most dangerous time for your account. Success briefly shuts down your logical brain. It leaves you wide open to make the most reckless trade of your life. Think about your biggest blown account. Tell me below, did it happen right after a losing streak or right after your biggest winning streak? Social media gurus will tell you that blowing your account is your own fault. They say you just lack discipline. They say you do not want success badly enough. Every loss is just proof that you are weak. This is a lie. Telling a trader to just be disciplined is terrible advice. It forces you to fight your own biology with zero tools. Have you ever noticed this? The harder you forcefully try to just be disciplined in the morning, the worse your revenge trading becomes later that same day. Answer that for yourself. Changing your behavior is genuinely difficult. To understand why, imagine your brain is a thick, wild forest. Every choice you make takes energy, and your brain hates spending energy. So, it builds habits to save calories. The first time you move a stop-loss further away to avoid a loss, it is like walking through tall grass. You leave a tiny trail. The next time you do it, the path becomes a little clearer. After doing it for a year, that trail becomes a paved, high-speed highway. You now move your stop-loss without even thinking. Your bad trading habits are literally your brain trying to save calories by not thinking. The scariest part is that your brain does not care if a highway destroys your life. Your mind has no concept of financial morality. It does not view a $1,000 loss as a bad thing. It only sees a road that you have traveled many times. That makes it familiar. And to the brain, familiar means safe. Your brain does not actually hate losing money. It prefers losing money in a predictable way over doing the hard mental work required to change and win. Be completely honest with yourself for a second. Do you sometimes feel a weird, dark sense of relief right after you finally blow your account, just because the anxiety of managing it is finally over? This biological trap is exactly why most traders fail. But it also begs the question, if our brains are wired to self-sabotage, how do the top 1% of traders actually override this to secure massive payouts? What are they doing differently? When working as a prop firm data analyst, I had unrestricted access to the back-end servers. I analyzed the raw data of thousands of consistently funded traders to find the exact mathematical difference between the 1% who get huge payouts and the 99% who blow their accounts. I took all that classified data and put it into my new book. It gives you 3 massive advantages. Here is exactly what you get inside. First, the unrestricted server data. I lay out the exact number of pairs the top 4,000 traders trade, their trading frequency, their win rate, their risk to reward, their daily loss limits, their trade duration, their profit factor, and more. Second, mechanical control strategies. This book gives you practical, step-by-step rules to physically force patience, control fear, and stop overtrading dead in its tracks. And third, the step-by-step survival guide. You get the exact mindset shifts the top 1% use to survive drawdowns, written in clear, easy-to-read lessons you can apply to your next trade. It is time to mechanize your mind and take what is yours. Grab your copy of the book through the link in the description right now. To actually use mechanical rules and overwrite your bad habits, you must understand the two masters living inside your mind. First, there is the wise planner. This part of your brain handles conscious, proven actions. It checks the economic calendar. It calculates exact risk. The wise planner is patient. It looks 1 year into the future. But remember, the goal of the planner is not to kill all your emotions. You should not want to be completely emotionless. A completely emotionless trader would never feel the basic survival instinct needed to step away during a market crash. Drop a comment and tell me, which specific negative emotion has actually saved you from taking a terrible trade? The second master is the impulsive child. This part of your brain runs entirely on autopilot. It wants a reward right now. It is completely blind to the future, and it hates waiting. Because this child exists, reading more trading books and staring at more charts right now will likely decrease your profits. If your bad habits are already running on autopilot, learning a new strategy just gives the impulsive child more tools to overtrade. Think about it. How many trading books have you read, and did the last one actually change your profit, or did it just make you overthink your entries? The impulsive child wakes up whenever it sees a trigger. Some triggers are obvious, like a price alert on your phone, or losing 2 trades in a row. Some are hidden, like feeling anxious on Sunday evening just because the market is closed. Some triggers are purely chemical. The color green on a chart is not just a visual, it is a biological trigger. It releases dopamine in your brain before your logical mind even has time to process the trend. This is why taking a break from trading on the weekend is often the exact trigger that ruins your Monday. The deprivation creates intense fear of missing out before the opening bell even rings. Let me know, do your most impulsive, garbage trades usually happen on Monday mornings just because you missed the market over the weekend. These triggers make bad trading habits incredibly hard to break. Why? Because bad behaviors do not punish you every single time. This is the slot machine effect. Random rewards create addiction infinitely faster than guaranteed rewards. If touching a hot stove burned you randomly instead of every single time, humans would constantly touch hot stoves just to check if they would get burned today. This leads to a brutal truth. The absolute worst thing that can happen to a new trader is not losing their first 10 trades. The worst thing is moving a stop loss and getting away with it. Escaping a bad trade with a profit just once wires your brain to repeat that mistake forever. Tell me in the comments, what is the most toxic trading habit you have right now that was born entirely because it worked out that one time? But here is the massive plot twist. The impulsive child is not your enemy. You cannot force the wise planner to do everything. If you try, your brain will quickly burn out from decision fatigue. When trained properly, the impulsive child is actually your greatest trading asset. We call it market intuition. It allows you to see a pattern instantly without forcing your logical brain to calculate everything. What is one technical setup you have traded so many times that you can now spot it on a chart in under 3 seconds without even thinking? The true danger is not that the child exists. The danger is leaving the child alone with nothing to do. Boredom is mathematically more dangerous to your account than fear or greed. The child hates waiting. If the market is slow, the child will invent fake setups just to feel something. Answer this honestly. Do you lose more money when the market is violently crashing, or when the market is chopping sideways and you just want to feel the rush of being in a trade? Many traders tell themselves, "Tomorrow, I will follow my plan perfectly." This is the fastest way to guarantee you will break your rules by noon. Trying to change everything at once demands too much energy. Let me know below, what is the most ridiculously strict trading rule you ever set for yourself that you ended up breaking on the very same day? Willpower is a physical, draining battery, exactly like your phone. If you use 80% of your battery fighting the urge to check the 1-minute chart, you will have 0% left to execute your actual exit strategy. The secret is not forcing big changes. The secret is shrinking the action. Make your new rule so small you can do it on your absolute worst day. For example, write one sentence before you click buy, or place a stop loss within 30 seconds of opening a trade. That is it. Next, you must design your environment. You should not try to increase your willpower. You should aggressively design a physical room where willpower is completely unnecessary. Look around you right now. Tell me, what is one thing on your desk or on your screen that subconsciously triggers you to overtrade? Add good triggers, like sitting at the exact same desk at the exact same time every morning. Remove bad triggers. Turn off late-night price alerts. Mute toxic Discord groups. Leaving a bragging group chat will increase your win rate significantly faster than learning a new smart money concept. Whose profit screenshots do you need to mute today if you actually want to protect your own mental capital? Finally, link hard discipline with physical comfort. Only brew your favorite coffee at the exact moment you sit down to review your trading journal. Wire a difficult task to a pleasant biological feeling. Building a new mental highway takes time. It might take 30 days. It might take a full year. Your motivation will fade after week 2, and relapses are guaranteed. When you fail in revenge trade, what do? Most traders punish themselves. But guilt is a trap. Punishing yourself does not prevent the next mistake. The guilt actually acts as the emotional trigger for your next cycle of impulsive trades. Your brain seeks a quick dopamine hit just to cure the bad feeling of guilt. Does getting angry at yourself after a blown account make you trade safer the next day, or does it usually make you double your lot size to prove yourself? Discipline in trading is not defined by never making a mistake. True discipline is measured purely by how fast you return to your rules after your emotions hijack you. A relapse into old habits is not a reset to zero. You did not lose all your progress. You just briefly visited an old highway. Your new highway is still there waiting for your next click. What is the exact lie you tell yourself to justify burning down the rest of your rules for the day? But what happens when the impulsive child takes over entirely and your willpower drops to zero? During those biological hijacks, you cannot trust yourself. You do not need more indicators. You need forced discipline. That is exactly what the Alpha Equity Manager does using 3 unbeatable features. The most powerful feature is the hard equity shield. Let me give you a practical example. Let us say you are trading a $100,000 account. You set your maximum daily drawdown to 2%. You take a trade, the market spikes against you, your floating loss hits exactly negative 2%. Instantly, the software takes over. It automatically market closes every single open position you have to protect the account. Then it completely disables your buy and sell buttons for the rest of the day. You are physically locked out from taking another trade. And if you think you can just go into the settings and change that 2% to a 3% to keep trading, you cannot. That brings us to feature number 2, the time-locked vault. It instantly rejects your emotional inputs and snaps your settings back to your locked rules. You cannot cheat the system. Top it off with its pre-trade calculator, which shows your exact dollar risk before you even enter a trade, and your account is practically bulletproof. The link to download Alpha Equity Manager is in the description. If you are ready to secure your payouts and trade like a machine, do yourself a favor. With safeguards in place to protect you from your worst days, try to imagine yourself 1 year from now improving just 1% a day. You will still feel fear. You will still have hesitation. You will not be a robot. But your internal highways will guide you back to safety automatically. Changing your trading results is a direction, not a destination. Start not with a revolution, but with one small step. Begin with your very next trade.